Have you ever had big dreams but struggled to take action? Do you know exactly what you want from life, yet somehow spend day after day waiting for the perfect moment to begin? If so, you are not alone. Many people are ambitious, many people have goals, but very few people learn the secret that turns dreams into reality. Today, I want to share a story and a lesson from the samurai that might completely change the way you think about success. Once upon a time in feudal Japan, there lived a young warrior named Kenji. More than anything else, Kenji wanted to become a master swordsman. He dreamed of becoming strong, respected, and famous for his skill. Every day, he imagined himself standing among the greatest warriors of his time. His ambition was enormous. He wanted greatness more than anything. But there was a problem. Every morning when it was time to train, Kenji found a reason not to begin. Some days he told himself he needed more rest. Other days he convinced himself that he first needed a better plan. Sometimes he thought the weather was not right. Sometimes he believed he should wait until he felt more motivated. At first, missing one day didn't seem important. Then one day became a week. 1 week became a month. 1 month became a year. As time passed, Kenji's dreams grew bigger and bigger. But his skills did not. Meanwhile, younger warriors with less talent and less confidence practiced every single day. They trained even when they were tired. They trained even when they did not feel like it. Slowly, they became stronger. Their skills improved. Their confidence grew. Before long, they surpassed Kenji. The painful truth finally became clear. Kenji had trusted his ambition more than his discipline. He believed that wanting success was enough. But wanting success and working for success are two different things. Desire without action is simply a dream. Ambition without discipline is only a wish. This is a lesson the samurai understood deeply. The samurai knew that success does not belong to the person who dreams the most. It belongs to the person who acts consistently. Many people spend their lives waiting for motivation, waiting for confidence, waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for the perfect moment. They believe that one day they will suddenly wake up feeling ready to change their lives. But the samurai recognized something important. That perfect moment rarely comes. In fact, waiting for the perfect moment is often just another way of avoiding action. The legendary swordsman Miyamoto Musashi understood this better than anyone. Musashi became one of Japan's greatest warriors, not because he was always motivated, but because he was consistent. He understood that mastery is not built on occasional bursts of effort. It is built on daily practice. Small actions repeated again and again. Musashi knew that feelings come and go. Some days you feel strong, some days you feel weak. Some days you feel inspired, some days you feel tired, but your goals do not care about your feelings. Success rewards consistency, not emotion. That is why the samurai focused on discipline rather than motivation. Motivation is temporary. Discipline lasts. There is a powerful Japanese concept called Kaizen. Kaizen means continuous improvement through small steps. Many people think success requires a massive transformation. They think they need to change everything overnight. They tell themselves that tomorrow they will wake up early, exercise for 2 hours, read 3 books a week, start a business, learn a new skill, and completely transform their lives. The problem is that this approach rarely works. Big changes often feel overwhelming. When something feels overwhelming, people quit. Then they blame themselves. Then they lose confidence. Then they stop trying. Kaizen teaches a completely different approach. Instead of changing everything, improve one small thing. Instead of taking huge leaps, take small steps. Imagine climbing a mountain. You cannot reach the top in one giant jump. You reach the top one step at a time. Life works exactly the same way. Every achievement is simply a collection of small actions repeated over and over again. A book is written one page at a time. A business is built one task at a time. A healthy body is created one workout at a time. A successful life is built one day at a time. The problem is that many ambitious people underestimate the power of small actions. They believe small actions are too insignificant to matter. But small actions done consistently are far more powerful than big actions done occasionally. Imagine two people. The first person waits for motivation. They exercise only when they feel inspired. They work on their goals only when they are excited. Some weeks they work hard. Other weeks they do nothing. The second person commits to 10 minutes every day. Some days those 10 minutes seem insignificant. But they never stop. 1 year later, who do you think will achieve more? The answer is obvious. Consistency beats intensity. The first person depends on motivation. The second person depends on habit. And habits always win. One of the greatest samurai masters, Yagyu Munenori, taught a lesson that is still relevant today. He taught that readiness does not come before action. Readiness comes from action. Think about how powerful that idea is. Most people believe they need confidence before they start, but confidence is created by starting. Most people think they need certainty before they begin, but certainty comes from experience. You don't become ready and then take action. You take action and become ready. If you wait until you feel fully prepared, you may wait forever. Look at any successful person. An entrepreneur did not feel completely ready before starting a company. An athlete did not feel completely ready before competing. A writer did not feel completely ready before writing the first page. A musician did not feel completely ready before performing. They started anyway. And that decision changed everything. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is this: I'll start when I feel ready. But ready is not a place you arrive at. Ready is something you become through action. The samurai knew this. They did not train because they felt motivated every day. They trained because they had made a commitment. That commitment mattered more than their emotions. Some mornings they felt energetic, other mornings they felt tired. But they trained anyway. Some days they felt confident, other days they felt uncertain, but they trained anyway. They understood that true strength is not doing something when you feel like it. True strength is doing something even when you don't. This lesson applies to every area of life. If you want to get fit, don't wait until you feel motivated. Exercise anyway. If you want to learn a skill, don't wait until you feel confident. Practice anyway. If you want to build a business, don't wait until all your fears disappear. Start anyway. Action comes first. Confidence comes later. Today, many ambitious people make the same mistake as Kenji. They consume endless information. They watch motivational videos, they read books, they listen to podcasts, they create plans, they dream about their future, but they never take enough action. Preparation feels productive, planning feels productive, learning feels productive, but results only come from action. Knowledge without action changes nothing. Dreams without action remain dreams. Goals without action remain wishes. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is often much smaller than you think. Successful people simply take action more consistently. They show up day after day, even when they don't feel like it, even when progress is slow, even when results are invisible. They trust the process. Eventually, all those small efforts add up. If you are ambitious but lazy, here's what you should do. Stop focusing on huge goals. Focus on tiny actions. Want to read more books? Read 1 page today. Want to get fit? Do 5 push-ups. Want to start writing? Write 1 paragraph. Want to learn a language? Practice for 5 minutes. Want to start a business? Work on it for 10 minutes. The goal is not to do everything. The goal is to start. Small actions create momentum. Momentum creates habit. Habit creates discipline. Discipline creates results. And results create confidence. This is how transformation really happens. Not overnight, not through motivation, not through inspiration, but through consistent daily action. Remember this: you do not need more motivation. You need more consistency. You do not need perfect conditions. You need a simple system. You do not need to feel ready. You need to begin. The strongest people in the world are not always the most talented. They are not always the smartest. They are not always the most motivated. Often, they are simply the most consistent. They keep going when others stop. They show up when others quit. They continue when others wait. And that is why they succeed. So if you are ambitious but lazy, stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment does not exist. Start with 1 small action today, not tomorrow. Today. Because every great achievement begins with a single step, and every step brings you closer to the person you want to become. Your future will not be determined by your ambitions alone. It will be determined by what you do every day. So take that first step, then take another, and another. One day, you will look back and realize that those small daily actions changed your entire life. Thank you for watching.